Hello and welcome to the Fluid Voice. This is pre-record because, of course, I'm going to mention that right away. Like the dork I am, I'm Ozma the Dark, still rocking she/they pronouns, and I am joined forever by Christy. How are you doing, Christy?
I am absolutely smoking the she/her. So
Okay.
I'm doing okay. It's been a rough week, but I'm doing okay.
Fair. Perfect. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. He, him pronouns.
And Calon, you are our special guest, and also I've forced you into a co-hosting role on a different show on the same channel. But how are you doing?
Freezing in my hole in the ground at the moment because it's cold.
Yeah, you're having like power problems.
Power problems, ice problems. Apparently, Skazi decided to come early. Well, not come early, but to come today. And so, yeah, here I am.
And you two on my left side still rocking she/her pronouns?
Not always she, her. Oh, unless you want to go with bitch and bitchier. That works too.
I mean, that does work. And before we get started on our topic, everyone, if you watch and enjoy our content for whatever reason, like, comment, and subscribe. We enjoy the feedback, and or at the very least, I enjoy the feedback. And like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, ring the bell. Other YouTube stuff just to make sure to keep people on. So today, for a topic which I had forgotten to bring up earlier, but Perfict mentioned it as well, was creative differences, because we've had some creative schedule change. We everyone here but Perfict have had creative schedule changes in the past month or so. So it's just been a big thing that's happened, and it's one of those things where I kind of wanted to talk about it at the very least, to get it out there. And maybe I talked about it with my therapist, but maybe I am secretly sorting out my feelings by talking with you guys about it too. What?
That's obvious. I don't even think we can call it secretly sorting out your feelings. You're just so emotional and all over the place.
Look,
you're even crying right now, very dramatic, in cartoons and whatnot. It's amazing. I don't know how you think this is a secret.
I do like the animation you're playing over the live picture though, so you don't get. Yeah. Although you do look like a cat lawyer.
That's just not up the paganism to take down the Catholicism. It's just no.
But yeah, so okay, a little clarification on our end. Oh, I see. So Calon is trying to mess around with us.
Me, I never mess around. I'm always serious. Completely serious. % serious. Well, where were we?
But yeah, just for a little reference.
You did see the title I put on. You did see the title I put on the interview with Calon, that on my channel, right? Calon messes with me is what it was called.
Oh.
I never mess with people. Totally serious.
That is patently untrue.
I really do fix that the live over thing that you are trying to do, because we can clearly see you bawling your eyes out behind it.
Look. Anyways, where was I going? Oh yeah, no. Just to bring up obviously we've had a scheduled change because of creative differences with Sophia or whatnot, and that's its own thing, because it's not really like a morality thing, because I think ultimately we did what was best for both sides. So it's like I don't, but like it's hard for me not to get at least somewhat emotional about it. I say as my tears are clearly bawling out at the moment, but it's a and I would say it's a different thing, but I mean, arguably, it's the
You're going to have to be more
time.
detailed if people are going to understand what you're talking about.
Well, let me throw. We've had 4 co-hosts leave, so, and 2 of them for creative differences, 2 of them not. 2 of them just scheduling problems.
Yeah.
Eliani, Sophia, Siren, and Jesse.
Yeah, although, yeah, and it, I mean, the thing is, 2 of those I always put on as like guest co-hosts, so maybe I didn't put as much emotional attachment to them leaving, but both. I know Sophia mentioned aspects of what she was going to do or what she was thinking about, but like for whatever reason it still felt sudden. Ileani's was sudden as hell in that it was just like a snap declaration of the fluid voice ending. And then some emails and texts back later, and I took over the show. It was just, I don't know, it's weird when the decisions feel like they're made for me.
Yeah.
Like I like collaborative stuff. And
the only one
I always want to hear like guests' opinions about like where we might go, or co-host opinions on where they might want to go with the show, because I do genuinely want to factor that in. And Perfict, by the way, I do like the idea of Calon episodes, and I also like the idea of them being on multiples of 10 for the most part.
Yeah.
So that way they can be like promoted and people know the things. But like, I wouldn't have thought of that if it weren't for your opinions, Perfict. And I do care about the input. It's just weird to suddenly leaving is weird to me. I don't know, because I know
but
there's
you're trying to tell me I should develop a creative vision for the show, so that
Calon about Shay, but I know you had a similar experience.
Of a co-host leaving?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shay left, but like, there's no acrimony or anything. It's just she had other projects she had to do. Just like fine.
Yeah.
And she's still in the server. She's still welcome on the show and all that. Like, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, sorry, no, I jumped too quickly. Sorry.
Oh. In terms of like, it wasn't even creative differences. Like, we both have the same vision, and we're both still participatory in the project. It just so happened that Shay is doing Shay things in real life. And the Shay things were taking up a lot of her time. So, girl deserves a break,
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. That's one of those things where, like, so maybe it was that's a bit closer to the time schedule thing, and I don't know. Maybe you guys talked about it more, because I know Shay was trying to still co-host for a while, but it was just she realized it was too hard to do all the things at once.
It was more like her advocacy work was becoming too much.
Yeah.
In terms of like time consuming. And so having to do that and do stuff with Transcarter was simply like, one of these things needs to go, and she knows that I have good hands, good intentions, and so she trusts me with the channel. And so I brought on Clothia.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
to go through it really quickly. Eliani, we knew right off the bat that she was starting the show and not staying long. Or at least that's what the pitch was given to me.
Yeah, I might have forgotten or not picked up on it as well, but I wasn't expecting to find out so suddenly that she had made a decision or whatever for the entire channel. That was the entire channel and the show, and I'm like, that, because I had already cared about it and I'd gotten experience running it by that point. I'd gotten a little experience running it. I'm much more experienced now. Fun fact, I still have like some updates from another bad sort of experience trying to sort out running things. But and Sophia had mentioned briefly like
let's get to Sophia. We'll get to Sophia.
Yeah.
Jessie was always going to be iffy because she had a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah, she did, and
that in the end, it was just a scheduling fuck up, and I don't think she'll mind me saying, I don't think she thought she was contributing much. So that's fine. But we love Jessie.
Yeah, Jessie Gender is an amazing co-host amazing guest co-host and just an amazing host of her show and her channel, and a cool person.
Yeah. I was modding on her channel earlier, so it's not like there was absolutely no animosity between any of us and Jessie, and she's welcome on any time, as we have said. Cyrus quit. Siren. It doesn't
Siren.
matter. He's gone back to. He goes by both. He goes by both now. I never did explain why he left. Although because I was angry because it was so sudden. I was giving too much of my personal life out here, and it was making him uncomfortable. Because it's my kid, he's my kid, and I think it's for the better because I can be a little more open. I was actually holding back when he was on. So there is that.
Yeah, and then Sophia was.
Now we can get to Sophia.
Yeah, so Sophia had mentioned something about wanting to do more news things, and had mentioned an option that me and Christy agreed with, and then went with. So Sophia then went with her original option, which was to focus on her channel and do it every day. But it was just so I liked the idea of. So when I was thinking about streaming stuff at the same time, by the way, I was always going to change the name of the show on the Food Voice. I was thinking in terms of most of the time when you see streamers, they occasionally have conversations with other people and then continue doing their own thing. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking being a bit with talk a bit with Christy and then continue and talk with someone else, because I didn't know if Sophia was going to suddenly end her show, because she made a sudden decision. I didn't know she was going to suddenly end it, and so I was like, okay, I need to make plans. And that's why I mentioned when I messaged you, Calon, because I was just like, I was immediately trying to do damage control. That said, when I talked with Sophia brought up some points about just because, I mean, the last episode would have still been named LGBTQ rants, so Sophia mentioned the emotional side of that and all that, and we had a conversation, and we're just like, okay, we can just mention it as the final episode of LGBTQ rants, and then I could, because I was also concerned if Sophia's doing it every day, then stuff can be missed when it comes to a once a week show. So I was concerned about some of that news just not showing up, as well as uncertain about the length of time it would take, because I only have so many spoons. I have spoons enough for 2 shows if one of them, I'll be honest, just involves me quick Googling recent LGBTQ news and mentioning it. I'm like, I'm cool with that. I can do that. And Calon, you're enjoyable to talk with, and I wanted to make sure I could set something up that, and I care about wrapping things up if they take up too much time. But it was just Sophia wanted more, and I don't think me and Christy had the spoons for more. And also, that was the Sophia thing was the most creative difference aspect. It was the most tied to creative differences, I guess, because Ileani hardcore did the sudden leaving or whatever, and while there were creative differences there, they weren't really expressed as much. And even when the creative differences were expressed, it did feel like they weren't being listened to by Ileani, admittedly. Which I remember you complaining about, Christy.
Yes, but
like,
I was also knowing that she was going to be leaving. It was kind of, I let a lot go.
And by the way,
I wasn't mad. I'm not mad at any of these people, so I just want to throw that out there. I'm not mad at Sophia. I was mad for a while, and
you were mad longer than I was. So for one thing, Sophia had the worst luck on her streams. It was the last LGBTQ rants episode ended suddenly because Sophia's upset. That's why I showed up on her channel, on her show, because I wanted her to have a good episode where everything worked out right, because I do think that's doing an episode of news is a day is good for Sophia's channel. I don't have the spoons to do that and deal with Section 8 housing and disability and
hey, what's disability something I can eat?
One hopes so. Because I've certainly been
I wish
eating it for a year.
disability would I wish I could get disability. I have been trying for a while, and I've had like psychological issues since forever, and traumatic brain injury and all that, and all that does adds to it, and I still don't know what sort of permanent damage the traumatic brain injury did, if it's permanent damage, if it's stuff that can be healed and it's still healing, which is why I'm talking to traumatic brain injury specialists, because for all I know, while repairing, there was a misstep in brain repair, and I've got like a cyst sitting around the spot where my traumatic brain injury is that was just missed. Like, sorry, I get struck by disability. So I guess
I'm not. Let me. If you don't mind, let me just do this because this is as much as I'm gonna say, and all of it is the public-facing stuff.
Yeah.
Sophia and I already had a show, which she ended abruptly. And she was consistently telling me I didn't bring enough to the table, even though she never used anything I brought. And I brought stuff all the time. I had no notice of this one either.
Oh, and shit, Sophia... Yeah, sorry. Sophia says it. I didn't realize she said that for both those circumstances, because she similar thing for the end of LGBTQ rants, because she complained about her being the only one bringing stuff to the table, and I was just like, I did bring stuff to the table like every week.
Same, yeah, and same, and I did, because I discussed it with you here and again. But I need to have some kind of regular schedule. My brain has to work on some kind of schedule. Yeah. So if you pull the rug out from under me, it's just going to be, I am flailing a bit.
Yeah. And same.
And it's not, I mean, I get she's trying to develop her own thing, but I can't be a part of it anymore because I can't, because I need to be able to depend on it.
Yeah. That's a similar thing with me. I will stubbornly continue shows on the channel forever. It's never going to end.
I'll be joining you on Wednesday. The message I got was confusing as to whether Sophia's show or one on this channel. And that's just me not asking for clarification.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's totally understandable. But like, also, I like I said, I was on Sophia's channel. Like, I did the last episode of LGBTQ rants. I was on Sophia's channel. The next day, she deleted the episodes that she had technical problems. This is like 3 episodes in a row. I mentioned that she could use the LGBTQ rants thing because everything recorded there, but she didn't want to, for possibly because she wanted to make something herself, which is good. So like, I've got no qualms with Sophia. I don't have hardcore qualms with Ileana either. I'm going to be showing up on her channel on Friday to talk about gaming related stuff. And I mentioned I'm fine guesting once on your show. I'm not fine with co-hosting. Like, I mean, to be fair, I don't have enough spoons to co-host like more than 2 shows.
Well, this show is very important to me, so I'm glad I had to let go of a lot of people to do this show because of Eliana's previous reputation, which I was willing to do because I thought it was worth doing.
Yeah.
and nobody puts baby in the corner.
Yeah. I think that was a fair part of what brought Ileani's leaving to a head was similar to Al Franken. It wasn't about any. It was about that the show was going to become about her and people's troubles and objections to her.
When clearly the show is all about me.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. It's more appropriately.
We talk about you a lot.
Yeah.
It's all about. I'm the narcissistic bitch here. Clearly.
So yeah, I mean that's why the new show is going to be all about you. Clearly, although, as we mentioned in that episode, I am secretly watching you from your window despite being here because apparently I can be in two places at once. It's canon now. It's canon in the Fluid Voiceverse.
In trans news, Calon had grape nuts for breakfast.
I did have a what? I did?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
it's canon now.
I've retconned your breakfast.
I would point out that this creative difference thing, as someone on the edge looking in on the trans community, I think it works very much the same in the trans community as it does everywhere else.
Oh yeah. Creative differences
I was being
are
sarcastic. Of course it does.
Yes.
Oh.
I described the moment because, like I said, the Sophia thing was the most creative difference centered or whatever, not centrist. God, I don't know why that word spilled out of my mouth.
Politic much?
That was the most creative difference centered thing that I've dealt with, and I described it as traditional theater drama.
But you were trying to be very democratic with your relationships and being very conservative about the shows. Is that what you're saying?
So, speaking about creative differences, this is not going to become a pagan channel. I'm sorry, but we do not tolerate the atheists here. So, I have to request that all the atheists join the great Northern Crusade.
Oh, excellent!
So, what's involved with this paganism?
So yeah, that's how
I know Christy can be upset that it's not her tarot cards. I'm sorry, Christy. Deviant Moon spoke to me more.
And for those who don't know, obviously I'm joking. I'm a sarcastic bitch because
yeah,
I'm just telling.
I know. I just wanted to double down on that because I do have tarot cards.
Oh, tarot cards. Yeah, no, I get that. Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I have had a couple of really beautiful decks.
I don't believe in tarot cards, but at the same time, when it comes to acquiring tarot cards, I decided to base it off of what imagery spoke to me the most on an emotional level, because I'm weirdly respectful of religions.
Well, the Wonderland Tarot is the only deck that counts.
Disagree. It's what deck is tied to your, I don't know, religious terminology stuff better, and I don't want to misspeak about stuff, because like I said, I don't believe this can predict future, but I like tarot cards.
Of course it can predict the future. Anything can predict the future.
It's
question whether it can predict it reliably.
Wonderland Tarot is locked into my financial situation.
Yeah.
Ah,
So now you have to get
that-
Wonderland Tarot cards because
Yeah.
that's money for Christy.
is that like Lewis Carroll, Wonderland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look for Chris Abbey, Wonderland Tarot.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why
But,
Christy gave me shit for getting Deviant Moon Tarot. Because it's not
Actually, the person who did that is a fun person, so it's cool.
Yeah. That's good.
There's a couple of them. Moon Goddess Tarot is good, and Cat People Tarot is great.
That said, I
Um,
think I regret not thinking through topics as much, and I'm going to go with Perfict's original idea and just move on randomly to the other topic that I had mentioned, which is the repetitive aspects of conservative, unless there's something more about creative differences, because I didn't think about the fact that there isn't like a lot to say about creative differences. It's like
Okay. So, wait, I have something to say.
oh,
So,
okay, good.
This will be a trans cooking show starring Christy. Because
Me?
yes, you are going to start this new cooking show. Yes.
Do you
get to
cook
all the
too?
weird you cook, and Perfict is going to be your assistant. Because
There are
Perfect.
4 people. There are 4 people in this house, soon to be. Well, now there are 5 people in this house, soon to be 6. And of those people, I'm the one who doesn't cook.
well, now you do.
Although of those people, I'm the only one who's actually been a chef. So part of the reason I don't cook is because I can afford what I can make.
Well, congratulations, you now can. And so yes, this has been the final episode of whatever this whole.
The fluid voice. This is actually, I mean, the channel and the show were the same originally when this was the only channel, and you know what? I can cook food. I'm going to, after this show, I'm going to reheat rice I had made and cook some canned chicken.
You can make rice?
Yeah.
I'm
impressed.
I can make rice
in
a rice cooker and in a pot.
Yeah, I know. Rice cookers are really lovely, but and they're terribly convenient. But
yes, they are.
Yeah, and it's rice with butter and Mrs. Dash spices that I happen to have lying around. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And then the canned chicken needs to be extra spiced because canned chicken is terrible. So I use curry powder, a little bit of cayenne powder, and I only add cayenne because the curry powder is relatively unseasoned. Or, well, not spicy. The curry powder isn't spicy. And it helped me get over my dislike of cumin by slowly adding little small bits of curry powder into my chicken. If my roommates are nice enough, I might steal a couple eggs as well to cook with the chicken, put that in last, and then just have like nice meal of rice, chicken, and eggs.
You don't cook eggs. You make sure that they come out trans safely.
Oh my god. God damn it.
Sorry. I used to put
You're
Goya.
not sorry about that.
I used to put Goya adobo on everything, and now fuck Goya, so put Lowry's seasoned salt on everything.
Yeah,
but
no.
Curry means chicken. That's in my head. Curry means chicken.
Oh.
If you say you're going out for a curry, you're going out for
Okay, kick
chicken
Perfect.
curry.
But Perfect is now just no Perfect. Absolutely not. Okay, just get rid of the cis guy.
I guess I'm gone now.
Yes, you are. I canceled you. Congratulations.
Although
No.
Perfect, your picture isn't wearing the mask at the moment. Disappointed.
what?
In my mind, curry means how do you do? I see you.
Oh, god damn it.
What?
Or wait. No, I wasn't thinking. I was mixing up people. No, curry means one thing. Best 3 points ever. Best 3-point shooter in NBA. Steph Curry. The
What about
true Curry. But
Yeah,
also
what
curry
is the-
powder.
What does he look like in a corset?
Yeah, it's Rocky Horror Picture Show. Tim Curry.
Yes.
Oh. Forgot about Tim Curry.
Also, Clue. He was so perfect in Clue.
Sure, you forget the disabled, do you? Sorry,
But
he
anyway,
had a stroke.
you were going to
He's
say
in a
something about
wheelchair.
Curry, Calon.
Oh yeah, curry. Curry's actually an Indian spice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And-
spice mixture of
Various
several
things.
things. Yeah.
Various spices that are all found in India.
Yeah.
And in India, there is just so much variety to them that it's amazing.
Yeah, no,
The-
I believe that. I really like the so my favorite curry I haven't had access to for a bit, but there's like a Middle Eastern grocery store that had the best curry, and I could buy like a huge like canister like this of curry, and I'm just like, yes, this is my curry. This will last me forever. This curry.
Well, Indian curry was the crossover character from Village People to Spice Girls, right?
Yes.
Totally.
Just checking.
But
There's a store near where my mom lives down Long Island, which one aisle is entirely adobo. It's got there's over 60 flavors of adobo, and I went to town on that place. I mean, I spent like $1 zillion just buying adobo back then, before I knew, I knew Goya was such a horrible person.
But anyways, the other potential topic thing that we were going to, that I was 50-50 between that and the creative differences or whatever, was just the repetitiveness of conservative talking, conservative arguments, because I get the impression that they just... And I didn't choose it over because I didn't think there was necessarily much to talk about that, because I feel like it's just them stating the same backwards false facts until you believe it.
Yes, their talking points are immune to facts. What do you want?
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's just like the same stuff.
They do not need to adapt. Sorry.
Even Laffer said that the Laffer curve, that the conservatives keep getting the Laffer curve wrong, and he worked for Reagan.
Yeah. And it's just... I hate that works.
I hate that it seems to work on people at all. Yes, and that they don't just get written off. I hate I hate so much about what's going on in politics.
I mean, when you have a bunch of uneducated idiots who, due to the Republicans cutting school funding, What do you expect to happen?
And just in case anybody doesn't know, well, they will by the time this is actually playing, that the vote was held and Trump was not impeached.
He was impeached, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he wasn't impeached by the Senate. He wasn't.
Yeah, they did not uphold.
Yeah. Which
He was impeached.
Which I predicted.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of people predicted.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that one of the Republicans who voted over the line was Mitt Romney.
Yeah, I would wager. There were 7 who voted over the line.
Yeah, because Mitt Romney, like,
Is a Mormon.
he's a moron, but like he has the slightest bit of common sense. He's the slightest bit of self-preservation. Mitt Romney actually cares about not almost getting killed again.
So it was Romney, Murkowski, Kennedy, and Collins, and who else?
I don't know.
Whereas most of the Republican Party is solidarity over ethics, so like
Ethics? What are those? Can I eat those?
The Republican Party?
Yes,
No.
go ahead.
Ethics. What are ethics? Politics and ethics. There's an oxymoron for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Political ethics.
Political.
I mean, you have one party who... Okay, if they have ethics, their ethics are based off of idealism and like less about removing harm, but worshiping essentially the words of the people who tie capitalism to Christianity. Because capitalism wasn't tied to Christianity for quite a bit, and socialism makes more sense under most versions of the Bible, and then when people started fighting for their rights, there was a whole movement to create a version of Christianity that loved capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many times that Jesus says in the Bible is just like, you know what? Like a rich person giving effectively like a rich person giving $1 million doesn't count as giving as much as like a poor person giving a penny. Like, fuck, I did the oh no, I forgot the name of the person. The only reason I know this is as well as I did a voiceover in a video of someone talking about this, and I watched the video. It's somewhere on my original channel and places I guest spotted. It's...
And of course, Trump was a dick about it. Sorry, I'm actually reading the...
Oh, God.
I was not... Louisiana, Cassidy of Louisiana. Sorry, my fault. So Burr, Collins, Cassidy, Murkowski, Romney, Sass, and Toomey. Pretty much who you'd expect.
Yeah. Although I do like the picture of... See, like, the bar has gone so low for the Republican Party that... because Mitt Romney is a terrible person, but he is like the best Republican person there, and that's sad. It used to be McCain because McCain actually fought against torture, but like
McCain fighting against torture. There's a fun thing. I'm sorry. What?
I mean, he didn't fight like
course,
the hardest, but he like I said, McCain wasn't good either.
He was the one who came closest to get.
Yeah, he said it's wrong, and as Americans, we should not do this. This is just wrong. He drew a line in the sand.
Yet another phase of. Trump says this has been yet another phase in the greatest witch hunt in the history of our country. Nobody has ever gone through anything like it. Oh, there's a Mr. Lincoln to talk to you. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I still like the picture of Mitt Romney staring daggers at the person, like right after escaping the house. The Mitt Romney staring daggers at like the person who's still fighting for the idea of Trump having won the election or whatever.
The look on Mitt Romney, where they were challenging the votes from various states.
Yeah.
And trying to disqualify them, and not get that they were trying to hold a proposition that they not be accepted, be sent back to the state for recertification.
Yeah, and Mitt Romney
and he's looking at them, and he just trying to make his stare kill someone.
Yeah, because he had just escaped almost getting killed because of talking points like this. That's what I'm saying. Mitt Romney has an ounce of self-preservation, or some, like, it's just, there's a lot of bad stuff where the Republican Party just goes with fascism. I mean, they like fascism too much. And
yeah, when there's a threat of communism, no matter how light, they immediately will go to fascism because old white cis men. Need to get some old. We need to get some old trans men in there.
Just as long as they're not Buck Angel.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah,
well,
we need to get.
We're starting to get
some young
people. We have
trans people. Let's say potentially 35 with brown hair and a sort of faux hawk with a nice hat, and
I just want to.
I'm running for office now. No,
that being trans or non-binary is like 2.5% of the population by the good estimates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that would be like 2 senators.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, if you're talking about, because there aren't a lot of Jewish people, and
like 6%.
And Bernie Sanders almost became the Democratic nominee.
Well, there's a trans there's a trans cabinet member now. That's a thing.
Yeah. So I'm saying it just seems to me that there's a real lack of political representation.
Oh yeah.
Amongst trans people, and that's.
Well, when it comes to the Senate, there's a lack of representation for anyone who's not white and a dude. There's a lack of representation.
Well, but I'm just
like
saying,
what, 2/3 white guys in
there's
the
one
Senate,
minority there's one minority on the Republican side. One, Tim Scott of South Carolina. And there's a lot more variety in the Democratic side.
Yeah, I understand, that there is an underrepresentation in a lot of minorities. I'm just suggesting that this seems significantly greater it's like non-existent representation. You're going, what? Wait, no, that can't be right. That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
there should be 18. I mean, to put it in other numbers too, there should be 18 black people in the Senate. By percentage, there should be at least 2 redheads. Not that I have a vested interest there.
Yeah,
No,
well,
sorry. Everyone
I'm not
here
saying it
is
has to be an
running
exact
for-
reflection. I mean, but it's
Everyone here is running for some part of government now. It's official. It's what the Fluid Voice is for. It's going to change to a cooking channel as per Calon's suggestion, and then also we will spend most of our time running for
public office.
election. Although that being said, I do like the idea of because of Arya. Because Arya inspired me, I do like the idea of running for sheriff because we need people who aren't police running for sheriff and fucking with the police system.
Well, for the second time in a row in Buffalo, Buffalo Erie County, the sheriff was running unopposed. Not only running unopposed, but was on all 5 party lines.
Yeah.
Which, like, okay, Flynn is not. I mean, Flynn on Working Families Party, no. I mean, he celebrated the 2 guys who shoved the old man in front of City Hall. He celebrated their acquittal, which happened this week as well.
Although that said, I may need some money before becoming sheriff, like, you know, bulletproof armor or whatever.
Well, no, you can just follow the Trump example. You'll get plenty of money after becoming sheriff.
Mm.
No, I don't want to follow any Trump example. And also, like, the number of white nationalists and other racists in the police officer corps means that, unlike Trump, the police are not going to be fans of a Jewish atheist.
Okay, so on the cooking show, are we going to be doing, like, you know, kitschy trans recipes?
Are there such things?
I don't know. I mean, how would I know?
We put pickles in everything.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of pickles. This is why I'm non-binary.
I was gonna say, are you sure you're fans?
Pretty sure.
Yes. No, it's just, yeah, no, I don't know what the pickle thing is. I'm just like, I like meat and potatoes. I became more butch as I transitioned. It's just, you know, I'm sorry, like, just, you know,
I'm trying to get rid
I
of
went
my
the top
potatoes
path of lesbian transitioning.
I am trying to get rid of my meat and potatoes, but
Actually, I'm not like
no,
that big of a fan of potatoes, to be honest. I just like chicken to make sure I get enough protein. I do like exercise.
Wait, no, if you get rid of your potatoes, that means you're not Irish anymore.
I'm not Irish.
But you are.
I am.
No, I'm Spanish and Portuguese.
No, I'm declaring you Irish right here, right now.
Okay.
I'm Spanish and Portuguese, and a little bit of Ivory Coast.
I'm a little bit Irish.
So you have to.
I'm a little bit rock and roll. That was another for Perfect.
A
I'm just
little
gonna
bit
make
Irish, a
jokes for
little
old
bit
people.
Scottish, mostly German.
I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah.
Who knows? Ancestry. Who cares? Oh, sorry. Oh no.
The only thing I dislike about being trans is not being able to eat broccoli. You're supposed to stay away from too much calcium and magnesium.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
So
That would, I like broccoli.
I love broccoli.
Why?
I like steamed broccoli myself. It helps your skin. It makes your skin feel better.
Look, I like green peppers.
I like green peppers too.
Green peppers, chicken, curry powder, eggs, rice. I'm poor. Also, sorry to everyone watching if we were super off track. I did not have a lot of spoons, and some of the creative difference stuff actually emotionally affected me and may have been part of the reason why I didn't stream last week on Twitch. Took some time off streaming because I was desperately trying to save one show because I didn't know if it would stay up, and then like the show. I do a lot of the technical stuff, is what I'm trying to say. And by a lot, I mean most of the technical stuff.
I've been in I've been in the music business forever, so creative differences are kind of a thing.
Yeah, and I managed to avoid communities in general. Like so even though I did artistic stuff, I was like, I have to do everything in the artistic thing.
Yeah, I tried that, but I've had two primary music partners over the past 30 years, and I've done a lot of solo. And both of them are trans, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
happened.
Everyone who watches everyone who watches and is a fan of this secretly becomes trans. That's how transitioning occurs.
Can I just throw this out here? Of the people, there are about 50 people I follow regularly on YouTube. Out of them, in the past 3 years, 12 of them have come out.
So do you think this is cause and effect? Do you have
No.
I actually think it's we flock together, and there are weird egg things that happen.
Well, I mean, it's easier to vibe with people going through similar experiences, even if they don't describe it the exact same way. So, like,
yeah, I mean, there was about 10 of them were trans already that I know of.
I'm just saying, for whatever reason it is that Bering has watched several episodes, he's next.
We're transing Bering? Oh,
yeah,
lovely.
I'm sorry. I don't know why he has watched more than one episode. I still don't, but like,
I hope his wife is into that.
Hey, I had the same girlfriend after transition for 6 months and then another year.
Yeah.
6 months I came out, she came out bisexual, and at the same time, and we just kept on for another year.
Yeah, my longest term ex, we stayed together way longer than we should have. Although, to be fair, we broke up for more reasons than just me transitioning. Although that was a factor, partially because of her conservative family and not being able to cope with the stress of that and whatnot. Although, like, the fact that I'm not super interested in sex may have also been a factor.
So Calon, apparently I'm not allowed to call my girlfriend a lesbian because I'm trans.
What the
What's
hell?
up with that?
I
Oh,
don't know.
this is part of the 3 days of transphobia.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Calon.
Sounds like someone needs to be educated on gender.
Yeah, well, you know.
Oh wait, that's right. There can't be because they're idiots.
Gender critters. And they're like, why do you keep calling us gender critters? I said, because you swarm, because you're annoying, And
I would call them gender gnats.
well, I think critters, at least they know what you're talking about. Gender critters. When I say gender critter, at least they can figure out what I'm talking about. I don't want to make it too difficult on them.
Oh,
True.
ouch.
Yeah, usually at that time I just say, bless your heart. And just leave them be.
Well, I mean, like, the ultimate thing
I
is
do
there's,
creative.
like...
Bless your heart, by the way, for those who don't know, is a very sovereign way of saying fuck you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am less familiar with this, since I was born in Wisconsin and raised in Minnesota, and my address... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to fucking dox
I'm a
myself.
Southern belle.
I knew your address. Yeah.
Oh.
I have an ad. Uh-oh. No, I have a 6-mile radius that I slither in.
But yeah, no, it's an ideological difference in terms of idealism and absolutism, and there's no, like, gender critical arguments are against the idea of people self-identifying and making their own path. Like, fundamentally.
It's just against science, really, if we're honest.
Yeah. And of course, they can always tell.
Well, they're fully in favor of everybody choosing their own path as long as they choose one of these two.
No. Just the one you're assigned at birth. So you've got one path, and they're like, yeah, you know, you can stray and be however you are, but, like, if you are this way, the gender critical homophobia Twitter page is entertaining as hell, because it's just like, you know, we could tell this person, like, trans men are just confused lesbians, and trans women are you know, creepy men is their general argument, which is incredibly sexist because it takes away all agency from people they view as women, because you have to make an argument that, you know, trans men are just confused, because those men ain't confused.
One of them said, "I'm your worst nightmare, Turf. I'm a lesbian." And I said, "You're a lesbian, so am I." And she got very angry.
That's all. That's the easiest way to Turf's angry. Especially if they're, like, women going their own way. That's always a fun tactic to employ.
Well, yeah, it was kind of, I knew, you know, you come at me with that and you're going to get pretty much whatever. One of the things I did, though, because they, you know, you're an ugly man, is I switched out my profile picture from my mom for a little while, because I looked very similar to my mother, and they kept saying that about my mom too. So I'm like, okay, so it's not me. I am ugly, but, you know,
You're not as ugly as I am.
For one thing, you're not. Look, here's the thing. There are a lot of beauty standards associated with various genders and stuff. And there are particular beauty standards that you're expected by society to fit into. When, honestly, beauty is not related to inherently to gender, and I mean, I haven't seen Perfict, so I can't say much about him. But, like,
I am an Adonis. You would be stunned.
But you two are beautiful.
Yeah, but
Christy
you're
and Calon.
cis.
You're beautiful in your own way. So, like, fuck all that shit. Sorry, I'm just like,
I can agree to that with Christy.
See, like, no. See, I see the self-hating trans stuff, and I will fight against that, partially because some of the most beautiful trans women also still beat themselves up about how they look. And
Yeah.
The stupid shadow. Or 5 o'clock, whatever the hell it's called. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Nicole Maines is astonishingly beautiful, and I see her beating herself up over her looks every once in a while.
I actually very rarely beat myself up about how I look. I usually focus on beating myself over who I am as a person.
Oh, I'm
Well,
a
since we're
fucking
on the
amazing
subject
person.
of looks, the hat's really working for you today.
Oh yeah, I know. It's a nice hat. It looks, and I really like this glove I have. Like, I just wanted to wear enough. Like I said, I know I'm good looking, and definitely after breast augmentation surgery and making my boobs more obvious. Yes, it is incredibly difficult for me. I am self-aware enough to know I can't beat myself up because for a lot of reasons. One, I am good looking. I do know that. But also I don't want to I don't know. I don't want to like they're words. I'm trying to figure out how best to say this. I don't want to like I don't want to downplay because I have felt worse about how I look than I do now, and I felt awful and whatnot, and I hate how much facial hair I used to have and how much of a nightmare it was to get rid of it, and it was awful, and like, and yeah, with society it made it hard to see like that.
My aunt was a gender critical person, and my aunt came around and sent both me and Cyrus one of these, which I think is awesome.
But yeah, no, it's
this was our birthday present last year. These were our birthday presents.
But like, it's rough. And society makes it rougher.
Yeah, if only being trans was just a walk in the park.
Oh my god.
It would be difficult even if it wasn't for the transphobes. I mean, let's be honest. It's not.
But I know I want to.
Here we go.
I know I want to mutilate my privates like every 30 minutes.
There's my hat. And it looks a little too orange in the with the yellow filter, but there's my hat.
Yeah, that was that's a nice hat. I do kind of like it.
I found this at the Dollar Tree. There were 2 left, and so Cyrus and I each bought one.
Oh, that's sweet. But yeah,
and it was like, oh wow, it's a trans hat.
But yeah,
it is up front. It's just because of the filter on the light.
Oh.
So those are my one friend kind of doesn't want to date me anymore is because I'm a little too rainbowy.
Okay, I do want to say something, which is I still have a souvenir from before I could get. I think I still have a souvenir from before I could get HRT. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. No,
What is it?
What?
I can't see it well enough to tell what it is.
Oh, you can't see this? It's a Burdizo. It's used to castrate sheep balls.
That's what I thought.
I bought it when I was desperate.
Ah.
Because HRT did a lot to relieve some of the. Sorry, by the way. I feel like I'm going to need to rename this episode the episode that got grim about trans stuff. But
I'll tell a happy story after. So
yeah, no, when I was bad at bringing myself to self-harm, and so I never ended up using it, but I definitely wanted to. And when I had my toenail removed because of ingrown stuff, I was given whatever the opiates that they give out too easily, and I was hoping if I reduced my pain thing, I could bring myself to use that, but like I couldn't, and then I always focused on that stuff, so like I didn't realize how much of the other stuff was upsetting me until after I started HRT, and then down there became more manageable with time and not unbearably upsetting and stuff. So, and I realized
that's
I was
how
trans
it's like
when I
the
was
Conservative Party.
21 or 22. I bought that probably when I was 23. And I still haven't gotten gender confirming surgery, which was the main thing I wanted. And that's 12 years I've been trying to get gender confirming surgery. So no, it's not an easy path. It's too hard. In fact, the only reason I was able to get HRT as easily as not as easily. The only reason I feel like I was able to get HRT is after they started accepting informed consent, and that was just, yeah.
I got my approval 2 weeks before they switched to informed consent. Okay, the fun story. You know that Superman shirt that S shirt I wear, the super shirt?
Yeah.
With the backwards S. I bought that maybe a year before it came out, and I was very, very well aware at the time that everybody would think it was a Superman shirt, and it is not. It is a Supergirl. It's from a storyline called Supergirl Dark.
Yeah.
So it's a Supergirl shirt.
Yeah, sorry if we brought things down.
No, that's why I wanted to tell a cute story.
Yeah.
So I happened to be. I was wearing it.
It's good, and this is why you're like you are. That's why you've been called so much the heart of this show, Christy, because you are better with the emotional side of things.
But you learn to keep working with the small successes that you get and keep working away at it and creating slow and progressive change over time. And that's how you have to deal with the Conservative Party.
Yeah, it's
the same as politics. You deal with the Conservatives the same way. Slow over time. You concentrate on the little changes that you can make, right?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree, but like it's on an emotional perspective, it's hard because these things do affect people, and I don't know. Sorry if bringing. I'm sorry, Calon. I've been like super brought everything
Calon's
down.
holding up the weirdest looking snake right now, so.
Yeah, he's a weird one. He's a snake from Madagascar.
Okay.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
adorable. His name is Romeo.
Oh.
It's.
I need a snake. I really do. Like I wasn't joking about wanting
Yeah, you need a
a
snake.
snake
You get a
because
snake now?
like
In fact, you need to cut this meeting and go out right now and get the tank, get all this equipment, and just set up the tank.
I have less than $100 in my bank account, no income, and
Look, see, we all have to starve for the snake. Like, that's just
look,
sacred.
I'm just saying, the last
Kidding.
time I got caught stealing something was when I was
thank-
17, and
get it.
like I don't want to take too many risks, and it's hard to sneak that out of the pet shop. Now, that being said, I'm not saying it would. It just seems like an easier to get caught move. Especially because I don't have a car, so I'd have to take the bus, and I feel like it'd be easier to track that.
No,
Someone
we're
coming
not,
into a bus with like a large snake tank.
So
we're not pet shop boys. We are pet shop girls. But I mean, we are East End boys and West End girls.
exactly.
That was another one for. I'm gonna just do old people stuff for Perfict.
Well, I've been getting it.
I got the problem, you got the brains. Let's make lots of money.
Yeah. No, it's
No, look,
snakes.
One of the things that depresses me. It's a strange depression thing. It's.
Yeah.
I feel bad because you're always told that HRT won't solve all your problems, except for one little minor thing with me. It did.
Yeah. No. Fuck
It
that shit.
really,
Sorry.
really
I'm
did.
actually salty about that because it's very easy to diminish. Because I got told about. Sorry. I'm gonna let you finish your story.
No, I was always angry. I was always tense. I was always just
Sorry, I was being
horrible. I was I was and I was desperate, and just I had a sense of desperation at all times. And as soon as I went on HRT, it was, and you are very well aware, I crashed my car the day I was approved for HRT.
I'd forgotten that.
Yeah.
This makes me feel kind of weird because all I had to do to get HRT was just say, "Hey, doctor, give me a referral to an endocrinologist. I'm trans." So the doctor's like, "Okay, go see the endocrinologist." Okay, yeah, here are your hormones.
Well, I did get lucky, but it's a long story. I'll tell you some other time.
Oh my god.
Because,
I am a little jealous of you guys.
But
because I had to go to two separate doctors because the first one rejected me because I didn't know how to properly describe not being interested in having kids with whilst I had male parts, I wasn't like, I'm okay with getting pregnant, but that's not possible at the well. I mean, technically,
It's not possible for me either because I'm on progesterone. I'm on birth control.
Yeah, but like, yeah, no, it was just frustrating because that was a reason for them to say no. So I had to talk to a second doctor, and I knew what not to say.
I
For me, mine was For me, mine offered first to remove my testicles. I was like, oh, that's a thing I could do. I'll keep that in mind.
Hmm.
Literally the
Well,
first.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
The Mount Sinai called me today for the appointment to go get it done. I wasn't awake at the time, so they left a message. But hi, come in, get it tucked in and locked off. Okay.
I keep getting stubborn because I originally learned stuff about like old school trans stuff, so it's just like that was my only information, and I'm just like, I want, even though I know now that it's not the extra skin down there is not required for gender confirming surgery. Like, I'm still too worried to get rid of extra material, if that makes sense, especially after I know that there are hoops to go through, that the pandemic has made a mess and
Yeah, well,
delayed all that stuff.
mine was supposed to be last summer. So. Mount Sinai, New York City was a little busy.
Yeah.
Just a
So,
smidge.
fuck you people who don't believe in the seriousness of a fucking pandemic. So, fuck you.
Oh wait, no, Ozma. It's not that bad. People are just dying.
Oh my god.
If it was the right people dying, then it'd be fine.
Oh god.
It's all part of the natural order of things.
Oh god.
Exactly.
Oh my god. I hate that shit so much.
I don't know. In my first reaction after taking the Sparrow on the second day is I went downstairs and I said I finally understand what calm feels like. And then a few months later, on my first estrogen, a few days into it, I was like, "Oh, so this is happy." And
Try that
you knew me by the estrogen, so you know that I said that because I told you at the time.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, for me it was 3.5. It was, or no, it's longer than that. Whatever. 2016, whatever that was, for almost about 4.5 years ago, that I started HRT. I didn't learn about the happy feeling till after I started sertraline. I'll be honest, or like not not that I didn't know the happy feeling. It's just consistent, like consistent. Okay.
Is that what this is that what Zoloft is called? I'm like, okay, you mean these things?
Yeah,
yes.
Zoloft.
Sertraline and Zoloft.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
My pill shelf is right here. That's why I can just grab.
Well, it's
stuff
fine.
off
I've
of
got a bunch of. No, I need to make sure to clean my room some point so you don't get a bunch of discarded syringes and needles on the. No, the needles aren't on the floor. Well, the needles are on the floor, but not used
Wait,
needles.
Ozma, where's the hair?
The because of injecting estradiol.
Aren't these better?
look, I like injecting myself, okay? I prefer it to the patches. The patches,
Well,
I'm not
if
a
I
fan
couldn't
of.
inject myself, I'd never leave the house.
But yeah, yeah, no, by the way, I'm not sure I've told anyone about the birdies thing outside of maybe Christy before this show.
Ozma, you told me everything. Everything. You spilled all of Christy's secrets, all of Perfict's secrets. I know everything now.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have any secrets. I
Yeah.
want secrets.
Huh?
I don't have any secrets. I want secrets.
Christy, I know about the George Soros check.
Well, everybody knows
No,
about
because
that.
Christy doesn't get those checks. I do. I'm the one born and raised Jewish, so.
Hey, look.
Didn't I hold up my? Although I have to cover my dead name there. Didn't I hold up my social security information here? What? Obviously.
I am just sad that
I don't like getting up from my chair.
I'm just sad that the first money I ever got that had my correct name on it was signed by Trump.
Oh dear.
Actually, no, that's funny. I take that back. Without anti-trans Trump was, it is kind of funny that he signed the thing that the money he signed money given to me because of the whatever the checks. What do you call it when you help people with money?
Stimulus
relief.
Oh yeah, stimulus relief checks. Yes.
I just wanna one of the oddities I used to I've gone by Abbey hyphen my stepfather's name for since I was 18 or so, and eventually they changed it because of insurance and all of that. But I'm gonna try and show this without showing the dead name part of it because it's not hyphenated. But this is what. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, this is what it's coming. It's coming as now. So it's still Christopher, but they're putting Abbey in there, and it's still they're still putting Christopher J, but they're putting the Abbey, which is like okay, that's not entirely what I want done, and the it's no longer hyphenated, so it's got the so it's the last name. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I had to. Oh fuck! Sorry, you remind me of the annoying thing about name change stuff because you have to like call everywhere.
My royalties. Here's the thing. 4 year. Yeah, I re-signed the contract for the one Montero 4 years before I came out.
Yeah.
And I made sure that the checks come to Chris Abbey.
Yeah.
Or signed to Chris Abbey. They have both names on it, but Chris Abbey. I figured Morgana, my ex, if she's legally Abbey, god damn it, I want to be Abbey.
Wait, you're related to Ben Shapiro?
What's that?
You're related to Ben Shapiro?
No, that's a first name, and it's spelled wrong.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I want some of where Ben's money's coming from. I need to get makeup after all.
This is true. Actually, my born name is Abe B, and then the I with the little thing over it. and then I was adopted and then it was changed to Abbey, Abbey, and then I was adopted, so it became the name I don't talk about.
I don't
Alright,
mention my
Bumble.
last name, and that's about it.
You're just Ozma. And
Yeah.
You're just it's
I'm just
annoying.
Ozma everywhere.
No, right? And I
Um,
see, like I'm looking outside the window right now, and I see you. It's really annoying. I don't know how you do it.
yeah, no, it takes work. There's a lot of science in it. I'm not quite sure what science, but as I'm making this up as I go along, it definitely science. And also buying the website name ozmainthedark.com. That also helped.
Well, building the Gumph was magic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It was.
the only person who understood that joke, aren't I?
Probably, yes.
That was the moose head on the sofa from Land of Oz.
Oh,
Ah,
I know who you're talking about now. Sorry, I was slow on that, especially after internet naming myself after the princess, who is definitely a metaphor for transitioning, because she was raised as a boy or whatever, and then she realized she was Princess Ozma. Originally going by Tipitarius, or Tip for short.
Yep.
So
And the witch Mombi,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
who tried to prevent transition, so she was the original turf.
Yes.
Wow. So, wait, hold up. I'm confused. Aren't we supposed to be cooking right now?
We are cooking. I'm cooking.
Well, this is supposed to be a cooking show.
That's supposed to be next episode.
Oh wait, that's right. This is the last episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I brought my cooking supplies. Some isopropyl alcohol. And some Lactaid.
Okay,
and estradiol valerate. I don't want to.
Matt's being dragged out now. Hopefully we have power at home. So I'll see you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Take
Have
care
fun.
of yourself, and
Been lovely having you. I'll see you
yeah.
on
People can find you on Transgarter and Calon. I forgot the last name of your channel.
Ushumgaf, which means big serpent in Sumerian.
Yeah.
I'll come and comment on this video with, I guess, my stuff.
Well, no, I mean, the links will be down below too. By the time this video goes up, the links will be down below, because I scour through stuff, so I can get a link to Transgarter and your main channel.
Exactly. Yep. And Transgarter, I do stuff with Katia. I don't know when this is going to be released, but the next thing that we're going to be doing is tackling transphobia within the pagan community.
This is going to be released tomorrow. It's legit. I have been behind on trying to get guests, so like.
So, people of Tomorrowland, where Trump has been acquitted, the revolution has begun, people are laying siege to the Capitol again, you know, all that horrible stuff.
Okay.
I will see you guys then.
okay. Been a pleasure.
See ya.
Peace.
Okay. So, about the cooking show.
Ah,
No, it's words. I have completely lost any train of
transitional
thought.
cuisine.
I'd already gone to wrapping up mode, but there's still like another 20 minutes left. Mentally, I went up to wrapping up mode.
Yes.
So, and because I did the least amount of preparation for this episode, and it shows, I know it does. But that said, I did promise to sing Les Miserables, and I'm sorry that I know I had asked Twitter users, and they said and it was tied between me singing Les Mis and me swearing a lot. So I know I will have to do that. Sing Les Mis with swearing. And I'm sorry that I've been so behind on that. I have the lyrics right here.
Hold on, let me give at least a little bit of a taste for, let's see. We're in fucking France. We're fucking poor. We want a revolution. We're in fucking France. We're fucking poor. We want a fucking revolution. That's how
I was thinking more along the lines of fuck, I can't remember all the I wasn't thinking of a shortened version. I was thinking of going through the whole thing. God damn it. See, now I'm nervous already, even though, like, I know some of I talk about knowing the lyrics, so it's like, look down, don't look him in the eye. Look down, you're here until you die. The sun is strong, it's hot as hell below. Look down. You see, I'm going real fast because I'm nervous. You can tell. Look down, there's 20 years to go. I've done no wrong. Sweet Jesus, hear my prayer. Look down, sweet Jesus doesn't care. When I get free, you won't see me air for dust. I'm going fast forward mode now. Look down. Come down, how long? Before you let me die. Look down. Always be a slave. Look down, you're standing in your grave. Now bring me prisoner 24601. Your time is up. Your parole's begun. You know what that means. Yes, it means I'm free. No, it means you get your yellow ticket of leave. You are a thief. I stole a loaf of bread. You robbed a house. I broke a window pane. My sister's child was close to death, and we were starving. You will starve again unless you learn the meaning of the law. I know the meaning of this 19 years a slave of the law. 5 years for what you did, the rest because you tried to run. Yes, 24601. My name is Jean Valjean, and I'm Chabert. Do not forget my name. Do not forget me, 24601. Look down. Student, slave, look down, you're standing there. Freedom is mine, the world is still. I feel the wind, I breathe again. The sky clears, the world is waiting. Drink from the pool, how clean the taste. Never forget the years, the waste, nor forgive them for what they've done. They're the guilty, everyone. The day begins, and now let's see what this new world will bring for me.
Is there any way?
Yeah, no. See, this is where I tend to get a bit more mixed up. I used to sing Les Mis all the time as a kid. Sorry, I probably went too long on that.
Is there any way to use the Republican strategy of simply hammering a talking point, whether it's true or not, until it becomes true, to try and get them to accept LGBTQ rights?
Well, the concerning part about that is I feel like they're getting, like... It's an abuse tactic, and if they feel like they're getting abused from both sides, they're going to choose with the side that they're more familiar with.
Right, but I'm just saying, just start a tactic of saying that LGBTQ rights have become part of the Republican platform.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, the easiest way to do that
You just keep saying that over and over again until they
Republican.
believe it's true.
I mean, technically, the Republican Democratic platforms are very vague in terms of what they believe and what they care about. So
You see,
technically,
you're
I could
talking
make
about
an
facts.
argument
I'm talking
for
about fiction. I'm
What?
saying you just keep saying it. You keep saying, just keep saying that the Republican Party has come out supporting LGBTQ rights.
I mean,
And you just keep saying it like it was a fact over and over again,
yeah, but
and maybe
usually
they'll accept it.
with the Republican Party, usually that comes along with stripping us of rights. Trump was very much said that he was in favor of LGBTQ rights.
But you,
repeatedly.
yeah, but you just keep saying that it's part of the Republican Party now, that they are sponsoring, that they're in favor of LGBTQ rights. You're just using their strategy to try and influence them. Since they seem to think that it'll work on people, maybe it will work on them.
I mean, I just maybe I feel like that breaks like an ethical thing. I want to get people out of that system, part of me, but at the same time, there's a logical argument for
if it works.
Well, there's a logical argument for the short-term benefits. There is potentially, but I mean, a lot of the problem is the Republican gerrymandering and stuff, and the popular Republicans will
the popular kids.
Yeah, they'll keep saying no, it isn't. And there's a lot more of them.
Well, when they say no, it isn't, you just say, you mean you're not aware that it is?
I mean, yeah, there is that.
I mean, it makes sense. I just, I don't. I couldn't,
but
in
it
good
feels
conscience,
slimy.
do that, and I don't think that people would. I don't know. I couldn't do it, but I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to someone doing that.
See, I wouldn't be entirely opposed to trolling them in that way, but my nightmare would be if it actually worked. Then I'd be sitting there going, "Oh, great! Now am I supposed to fix it? I mean, this is not supposed to happen."
I mean, yeah. So like, a lot of this comes down to a lot of people want to. When you're talking about breaking down stuff like that, a lot of the arguments for stuff involve trying to make it more obvious the contradictions that the Republican Party makes. And if you could do it in such a way that you could show it as agreeing with other Republican policies, to show the contradiction in the Republican Party, that might help, although it doesn't help that the Democratic Party does contradictions too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Mitch McConnell gave his speech about why he was not voting to impeach Trump, and it was fantastically contrived and contradictory. And you go, it's just crazy talk. Really, it's just stupefying crazy talk.
But, well, the thing is, in D&D terms, Mitch McConnell is lawful evil and Donald Trump is chaotic evil. So that's why there was some disagreement.
Yeah. You know, that's actually very good. That's I
read
that for explaining to people trying to explain to people, you know, what chaotic and oh my god.
I'm chaotic good.
I am secretly true neutral. I don't know if you knew that. No, I don't know. I don't know. I oftentimes end up being shown as neutral good. But, like, I don't know. It's always possible that, like, I can't say I'm deep down chaotic neutral. See, this is the problem. I can't use the old arguments I've made for myself because I'm actually reaching out to communities more. So it's harder for me to make like a chaotic neutral type argument because I don't do chaotic neutral type stuff. I do actually care about the greater impact of what I do, even if I'm bad at it, even if I do the wrong thing sometimes. But yeah, we talked about the lawful versus chaotic type, lawful evil versus chaotic evil with Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump. Me and my friends, because we play a lot of D&D.
And you live in a world where there's politics. Yeah.
Yeah.
We live
There
in
you
a
go.
society. Oh, sorry.
Fuck,
What was
I
that?
don't know that meme, and that bothers me because I know it's a meme, and I know it's out there, but I keep like getting distracted and not looking it up.
It's from the second Batman movie. It's the Joker said it.
Yeah. Oh,
We live in a society, and it's usually used as a what do you call sarcasm, but to be perfectly honest, he was being evil by telling the truth, which is a thing sometimes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's easy to be evil while telling the truth. Yes. And by telling the truth.
So,
Yeah.
have I frozen?
Yes. On my end, you have frozen in place, I think.
I
Or
think
you're
so.
standing very still.
My
It
screen
depends.
just
Are you holding entirely and preternaturally still just to try and throw us off? No?
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
then perhaps
No,
you're
I'm getting a
frozen.
not. I'm getting a not responding, but apparently my audio is still there.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
Wait, not responding. Is it like a video issue? I don't know. That said, we are starting to get close
We're
to
now
a
getting
wrap
near
up,
the end.
and we can still hear you, right, Christy? You're still, unless it was delayed. Christy? Or no?
We may have lost Christy.
We may have lost Christy.
It may not be permanent.
Okay. So we'll just quietly talk because I don't want to deal with editing. So I'm probably not going to edit this out. But that said, we should probably continue talking because even though this is a pre-record, it will go out tomorrow, and we should probably...
Well, that's interesting. You just dropped out too.
Wait, what?
Christy dropped out. You dropped out. I'm the only one here.
Wait, but I am here.
I noticed that.
Well, wait, I'm here on my end.
And I'm here on my end. Am I on your end?
Yeah.
Okay, your icon dropped. It all went blink. You guys both left.
Oh. Well, Christy dropped. I'm now worried that I'm going to end up dropping.
Yes. This may be the then there were none situation.
Wait.
I'm going to end up sitting here singing Les Miserables for people.
Hey. Les Miserables is good. It's a good
You
play.
sang it well.
I saw it in a theater in Minnesota.
Ah, when you went to the big city.
Yeah, it was like when Les Mis was starting to end. Remember I can't remember how many years ago it was like going to end, and then they restarted it. They were doing like ending Les Mis plays or whatever.
I have no idea.
Oh, whatever. They were ending a run of Les Mis plays, and it was
Okay.
like, so they we thought was the final showing. Actually, I don't know what's going on, so I probably should wrap up while we're still here.
Yeah, I think that would probably be
Okay.
a wise thing.
So you can find Christy. I have links below, and just in general on the Fluid Voice. You can find links to Christy's channel and Christy's music channel. You can find Christy at Christy Abbey on YouTube. You can find her music channel on Chris Abbey Music, and you can find her on Twitter at Normality Quake. Since she is not here at the moment, I can't say what upcoming projects that she might have, although I do know that she talked with Zanzi recently, and Zanzi is always a delight to talk to, and so I would recommend checking that out. Perfect, where can people find you?
The Rumpus Room, and I do this every week.
Yeah, and you should see Christy. Christy will be here twice a week, both on the Fluid Voice and as well as with Rainbow Shelter News, which is our new program involved with when we and Sophia creatively split, which Sophia's channel is still worth checking out. I will say that I probably won't necessarily promote forever, but like at the moment, while the split is still new, I still want to promote her a little bit. As for me, you can find me Ozma in the Dark everywhere, except Twitter, where you can find me most often at Talking to Nothing. That's Talking to Nothing minus the G. Also, you can find me here twice a week on the Fluid Voice. And since I'm running most of the technical stuff, if someone types in from the Fluid Voice channel, it's probably me. And I also have a channel, Ozma in the Dark, although that channel has gone quiet because I'm dealing with life stuff. Oh, also ozmainthedark.com, which leads to ozmainthedark.wordpress.com, where you can find the various links, the link to the Discord, the links to... there is like a potential merch thing that I haven't reset up. There's a lot of stuff I haven't reset up there. And also, thank you so much to our Patreon donor for the Fluid Voice. We still appreciate you, and I feel awful for forgetting your name right now, because like I said, I did not prepare enough for this episode, but we
Prim.
still appreciate you. And
Prim.
What?
Primrose.
Oh, Primrose. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Primrose.
Let me ask you something about the G there.
What?
Well, was it creative differences, or was it scheduling that you had to drop the G?
Oh, for Talking to Nothing?
Yeah.
It was because Talking to Nothing was taken.
I see.
And so I decided to...
I guess we'll chalk that up to creative differences then.
Yeah, creative differences makes the most sense.
Or scheduling. That'd be scheduling. It was already busy.
Oh, fuck, you're right. And also, this was before I... Okay, briefly, because Perfict brought it up, I will tell the story of me getting... So in 2016,
Well,
I
you've
tried
done all
to
the rest
start
of it, so
a Twitch thing while I was still in boy mode. Despite being on HRT for like 6 months or whatever, I tried to start doing some Twitch streams with relation to old video games, like the first few King's Quest games and Laura Bow. That with actually 2 people technically watched Twitch. One of them being my younger sister, and the other being someone I did largely for my the reason I was streaming old games was because of my younger sister, because she liked it and I wanted to give her something enjoyable to watch. But anyways, it was during that time I created, because I didn't do much internet stuff. That sounded weird saying it, but I honestly avoided a lot of internet stuff. I was on Facebook a little. Oh, hi, you're back. Good. I already shouted out where people can find you because I didn't know if you'd be back. So enough that said, is there anything you're working on?
I'm going to be doing a bit on. I'm going to be doing some stuff on General Pulaski. Over the next week. And I'm redoing my Trans Origin story on my channel because I wanted to do something special for my birthday.
Yeah.
And
also, happy birthday, and also everyone needs to celebrate Christy's birthday, who watches this show, and you know, also bring your Valentine's Day to also join up in celebrating Christy's birthday.
Yeah, well, send chocolate by all means. And I have Scott Nice Wonder on next week. So.
Oh, okay, that's next week. I mentioned Zanzi because he'd mentioned it before. As a reason to check out your channel, because that's already up, right? I didn't give away something.
No, we're recording it Friday.
Oh shit!
So the week after Tuesday, this Tuesday I'll be doing the one solo video, and on Friday we're recording for Tuesday, for the Tuesday after.
Oh yeah, you're talking about for the Scott Nice Wonder thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was just saying the Zanzi thing was already up, right?
Oh yeah, the Zanzi's already up.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Really I was proving that because I didn't know necessarily what you had upcoming.
Yeah, this last week, the last Tuesday was Calon from July that I had never posted for reasons. And I thought, okay, let's have Calon have a serious week this week. And
okay,
so I had the one.
Apparently, we just
got time to finish your story and get it in under the 2 hours.
Whose story? Mine?
No, Ozma.
Oh,
I missed part of it. When I cut off, then that's when my entire computer froze.
Well, yeah, but like we were talking about, I was bringing up because Perfict brought up about the talking to nothing, and I was explaining that because I started a Twitch channel and because I wasn't on the internet much, and it was a Twitch channel mainly focused on old games. I was still in boy mode, and I created my Twitter account then to try to promote the show, and I called it Talking to Nothing because I was a 0 follower Twitter user who no one followed, and my internet basis was Facebook, close friends who I know in real life, and a YouTube channel that I don't promote that I still have. And I show up occasionally in people's as Alexandria. I think I've shown up on Sophia's thing because I was on the phone watching her news feed. But anyways, yeah, no, it was just talking to nothing because I felt like I was talking to nothing, and now it feels a bit strange because it is like an 800 follower. There are 800 people following, more than 800 people following Talking to Nothing on the internet. So it just feels arguably a bit ironic at this point.
Normality Quake is from I was Abbey Normal everywhere, or abnormal, ABB.
Yeah, Abbey Normal was the brain used in Dr. Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Young Frankenstein. Sorry, not Dr.
And
Frankenstein.
my stepfather's last name starts with N, so it just worked. So I was Abbey Normal everywhere, and then all of a sudden it started not being available, and I said something to somebody that I was just going to shake up Twitter, just as sort of like it was a joke. It wasn't me being arrogant. It was me being self-deprecating. And so when I couldn't get Abbey Normal or abnormal or even normality, I went with, okay, I'll just to shake things up, Normality Quick.
Yeah.
There you go. So it has a really dumbass origin.
And actually, perfect. Since we're talking about origins, I realize it's just perfect that's misspelled, and that's, is there anything more to that?
Well, okay. It is a self-contained joke. It's a self-reflexive joke. And those just tickle me no end. They always have.
I mean, fair.
And so it was a name that I took out for SOCOM, if you remember that. That game.
Which one? Like,
Navy SEALs.
Are we talking about? Oh wait, what year?
What year?
Is it like 90s SOCOM, or
yeah.
Are we talking about okay, not the remake?
No. 90s SOCOM, yes. And
90s or 2000s, whenever.
In 2000s.
I don't know.
And
It was
right around
it
there.
probably ran on like Windows 95 or 98. So.
And I played that, and I had a call sign caution, and I was really very good, including that a guy who was running codes took out caution but with a 0 first, the spelling it, and everyone called him Zero. Okay, but he was just, and then when SOCOM 2 came out, I went to take out caution, and someone had already taken the name, in spite of the fact I was there, Johnny, on the spot hours after it opened.
See?
And someone had already taken out the name, and I went, well, I'll have to take out a name. And the thought of Perfict occurred to me, and I was like, that's just perfect. That's ideal. And then I've done that ever since. It's been my nom de guerre.
Okay, that is actually endearing. And with that note, like, comment, and subscribe. Share it around. Share this around if you want. And also, your voice matters, your life matters, and you matter very, very much. And take care of yourselves, and have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Although Valentine's Day will be happening, so it'll be technically ending. Whatever. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day.
I just want to do this. Oh, there we go. No, that's not it. Fuck it, it's an upside down heart. Oh, is that how you do it? Okay. I've never done it before, so.
Look, I have seen anime characters do it far too much on the internet. Anyways. Bye.
Peace.